Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to be building some storage shelves from scratch in this unfinished storage section of our basement. We are doing this in order to really maximize storage here and to organize it so things are much easier to access. But as you can see, our basement is just kind of overflowing. It's not necessarily super full. We just don't have a good organizational system. So stuff's just kind of everywhere. And I had already started moving things into this other section of our basement in order to kind of make space. But yeah, you can kind of see all the things, even just stuff's been compiling down here that we really would love to be able to store somewhere else because this is not really working for us. But yeah, so I need to start by clearing all of this stuff out so that we can have enough space to really work in here and be able to actually start assembling the shelves. So that's what we're gonna start doing. Once all of this is cleared out, my husband's actually making the cuts of wood right now. So once this is all cleared out, we can start screwing everything together. And we're going to put these shelves against that left wall there where you can see all the studs, and we're going to actually connect them into the studs. So you just need to move all this stuff over. This is me just showing you everything compiled into this other section of the basement. It's so much. And so we're actually going to try to go through some of this and declutter or just consolidate boxes because we have stuff in random bags and things, and we need to kind of condense it down into fewer containers in general. So I'm just going to start by going through some stuff, consolidate some things, get rid of some things, and hopefully this will go over super well and we will have tons of storage space in our basement at the end of this.
These things. So what you want to do at first is just line it up like this.
Okay.
So you can see how it's going to go.
Okay. Are you aware that this one's not all the way to the edge?
I wasn't, but that's not a big deal. Because it will be all the way to the edge. I just lined it up wrong for right now. So, so line it up and then find the corner to start on. And then make sure that you have
Do you think we should have a piece of wood like this? Obviously shorter.
Maybe.
Okay. But you didn't buy wood for that.
Well, I bought wood for a small shelf, so we've got a lot of extra wood.
Okay.
Which is good because actually one of these cross things is too short.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so now, do the whole thing. We're going to flip it over. And then you want to make sure that the front corners are aligned as much as possible. I get one.
I'm literally so scared of getting a splinter.
You want some gloves?
I don't know.
All right, so that is 2 shelves we have built. Basically what happened was my husband cut all of these pieces to size, and we made it so that about 2 totes can fit on these. I'll show you. So yeah, to be honest, they're a little bit bigger than what I thought we were going to have them be. I thought they were going to be pretty much so that the 2 totes were like side by side and like that width, but they're almost a whole 1.5 feet longer than that. But basically, yeah, so we cut those 4 pieces. These ones are going to nail into the studs, and they're not spaced perfectly, so we actually need to potentially put more studs in the wall here so that they have something to connect to at least, you know, we'll match it up on one side, but we may have to put another stud. Like this space is a little bit bigger, so I think we need a stud there. But yeah, so then those will connect in there, which is why they jut out a little bit at the end, so that that's the part that's gonna fasten to here. And then, yeah, and then I think we're actually gonna add a cross beam flat like these pieces right in the center, just for a little bit more support. But basically we just did wood screws for anything structural, but then we just nailed the plywood to the top since that's not really structural. So, so yeah, that's how we did that. So I think each unit is gonna be, so we won't have anything on the floor, and we're actually gonna cut this carpet so that it's not in the way, but we won't have a shelf on the floor. The totes will just be able to slide right there. And then we'll have 4 shelves, so we'll be able to fit 2 totes on the floor, 2 on each of the first 3 shelves. But then the top shelf, we actually have this large pipe here, and so we wouldn't be able to slide a tote between, a full-size tote between this, the bottom of this, and the top of the shelf. But we do have some smaller totes that will fit. So basically 4 slots for full-size totes and then a smaller tote at the top. And so that'll be 1 unit. We'll basically hold 8 full totes and then small things at the top. And then we're gonna have, I believe, 3 units. So 8 times 3 is 24. So we'll be able to fit 24 full-size totes plus a little bit at the top. And then in this corner, we obviously won't have, like the shelves aren't going all the way to the wall. So we'll either put, we have a couple of these wire shelving units, so we'll either slide that in against the wall, or, you know, we can just slide the cello in there or something. You know, we can kind of slide those bifold doors. I don't even know where those came from, but anyway, yeah. So that'll just kind of be like standing storage. But anyway, so we got our first 2 built, and now we just have 2 more to go just for this first unit. So this is taking obviously quite a bit longer than, not even that it's taking longer, but we just didn't start when we wanted to. So we'll catch back up with you, but Rosie just woke up, so we need to take a break. So today is the day that we are going to be putting the shelf units together in the basement. It's been a couple of days since you saw me in that last clip building a shelf. And then we built the rest of them off camera, and then we got busy doing a few other things that had very strict deadlines. So yeah, we had to put it off, but it's a couple of days later, but we're doing it today. We're gonna put the shelves in place, and then hopefully, because the actual building, since it'll take both of us, we have to do while Rosie's asleep, but the organizing and everything like that can be done when she's awake, and she can even be down there and everything. So hopefully we'll get to that today as well. If not, then I'm really hoping we'll finish it up tomorrow. So I also forgot to mention, I don't think I ever said this in my last video either, but, oh no, I think actually I did. But the shelves don't connect to studs necessarily, or at least the first shelf doesn't. I think we may have tried to rectify that. I don't know. Either way, we have to install an additional stud here. So that's what this piece of wood is. That is currently what my husband is working on. So we're gonna do that, and then we should be able to build like the first unit of shelves. So we hit a bit of a snag. It's just really hard to get everything perfectly square. I mean, your cuts have to be perfect and everything. And we don't actually have like the tools, like we don't have a table saw and stuff. We're just kind of working with what we have. So basically this, especially you can see on this side, this beam, there is like a space between here. Now we prioritized making sure that this beam was going to be square to the ground, which actually it moves, it wobbles, so that's part of the problem. But what we're gonna do is, we debated when we were first planning this whether we needed anything on the floor at all. I was of the opinion that we did, and my husband was of the opinion that we didn't. But now, especially just with the just imperfect cuts and stuff, it's just obvious that this is not as structurally sound as we need it. So we're gonna go ahead and, like how this piece is, this you know, 2x4, we're gonna put another one at the bottom here, and then have it going back to the same stud in the wall, just to help distribute the weight better and to keep everything more square and stable, because as of right now, this moves quite a bit, and that's not good. So my husband is going to cut a piece for that on both sides, and then we should be able to just go ahead and stack a couple more shelves. And so you can see how high up this shelf is going to go now. Bit better visualization than what I was trying to show you earlier. And so then this will be the top of a shelf here. And so then we'll have headspace above that we should be able to fit small boxes and totes between here and the top of the shelf here. So, but that's the first one done. So that's good. All right, that's the first one basically done. We'll check back in when we're finishing up the second one probably. Probably gonna.
Last four.
Okay guys, we did it. The shelves are all built. And then I also have a small wire shelf that we just already had tucked in this corner, and then there's space for a little bit more. So I'm not gonna organize all of this today, but I am gonna at least get the totes on the shelves, and most of them are, well, not most of them, quite a few of them are already labeled from when we moved and just had things in storage. So those ones, yeah, so like this one has it on this edge where we'll be able to see it. So those ones I'm not gonna mark, but some other ones I might need to mark. I'm thinking pregnancy stuff I might actually put over there. So So, well, let me start with this. This is like a tote that just has some seasonal items in it, like Easter and stuff, which we don't have a ton of. So it's basically empty, but I'm just gonna put that up on top. And then I have this one that has some baby stuff in it. I mean, we have a bunch of totes of baby stuff, so I don't see why we wouldn't be able to consolidate it, but we just didn't, I guess I just didn't realize that was what was in there, so oh well, we'll do that a different time. Yeah, the pumping and nursing items. I think it's almost completely postpartum, so maybe put that all the way on the bottom. I don't know. I feel like maybe all the way on the bottom. Or actually, will this short one fit on the top? It does. That's kind of dangerous. Just because it's like, I don't know, I can fit way too much stuff up there. I don't know. But like the postpartum stuff, I probably won't need for quite a few years because our next baby will hopefully be adopted, so we'll need baby stuff, but not pregnancy stuff. This one up there too. This one is heavy. So you need to mark what this one is. This one is maternity clothes and I think some baby items. The annoying thing is this one has to go on the bottom because it's so heavy. So it's away from all the other pregnancies. Oh well. Honestly, will these diapers fit on the top shelf? Oh my gosh, they do! It fits perfectly. Let me show you. Look how perfect that is. This shelf fits 2 totes and that diaper box like super snug, like perfectly. I love that. Okay, but the box says it's size 4 diapers and it's not. It's size newborn to size 2. So I have it written on all the sides of the box I can't see basically. So let me label this side that's facing out. Oh my gosh, this tape is not ripping evenly. I don't have a label maker or anything, so just make do with what I have. I actually use this white masking tape to label almost everything, even like my spices and things. All right. So now, all right. So I wanted homeschool stuff to be the most accessible. So this is, oh, these are my file folders. All of the file folders I've made and all the pieces and things. Here, let me move this up so I'm not like just a torso. But then you can't see the box. It's fine. But yeah, this has like the continents and things, matching file folders that I made when I taught social studies. And I'm going to keep them all for when I homeschool my own kids, because I put a lot of time and effort into making materials, so. Should I label that? Probably. I probably should. I'll be thanking myself later. Where did I put my tape? Oh my goodness. was on top of that one, on top of that box. Okay, so this one's file folders. I could just write right on this box, but. And then this box is some sign language cards, a sign language dictionary, and my, what do they call them? Math cubes. Like they're the color, you know, you like stick them together, and there's like the different cards that show you how to do addition and stuff. So this is just kind of like a random box. I really just need to go through my homeschool stuff this year just so that I can kind of see what I have and start kind of making, I think I'm just going to kind of make my own preschool curriculum because, well, not like make, but just kind of compile a lot of different existing materials together instead of using a specific thing, just so that I can kind of make it more to what we really need. And then yeah, and like some of the stuff that I have is more for like additional. It's not like the curriculum itself, it's kind of like worksheets and different activities to help ingrain it, I guess. So these two crates are the bulk of my homeschool material. These have actually this is a lot of stuff I got from another homeschool mom who was just done and passed it on. Some of this is crafts that Rosie did. So again, just need to go through that. This is basically my full year of curriculum from when I taught social studies, and I mean, not obviously all of it, but you know, quite a lot of the materials in here. So, and then I have like some textbooks and workbooks and things that I can pull out and put. Yeah, these two totes are where the majority of my homeschool stuff is. All right, I'll try to sort through the rest of these things and I'll show you guys at the end. On the shelves, this is kind of the bulk of it. So we have, and I can't show you a more up close view of most of the shelves because some of them have shipping labels that have my address, and you know, I'm just not gonna do that. Okay, anyways, so yeah, so on that shelf, that's like mostly pregnancy stuff, a little bit of decor, just because it's in the teeny tiny thing. That obviously is a picnic basket, but it's also holding party supplies. This goes with the pregnancy stuff. We have some decor and stuff I'm not currently using, slash party decorations there, pregnancy clothes, Adam stuff, and then going back up around here, we have our homeschool shelf, so our two big bins, and then I was able to kind of put the boxes side by side here so that there's a little bit of extra space if we have something else to add later. And then we have our little Christmas section here, including those boxes in there that I'm not going to show you. So, but yeah. So that is it. That is my entire process of building these shelves, organizing this basement. It is currently Monday, and so normally I would have had this video out for you guys today, but it wasn't done, obviously. So it's gonna be probably Tuesday or Wednesday before it's out. But my next video I will hope to have on Monday. And I know there's still a lot to organize and there's a lot to do in this space. I think it's gonna take us quite a while to figure out a system that really works for us. I didn't really wanna just shove everything in here just to like have it for the video. So we're gonna kind of work through it slowly. I'm sure I'll show some of that in another video or a vlog or something. So if you're interested in how we tackle this chaos, then, you know, by all means subscribe and watch for those videos as well, because they will be coming. But I appreciate you guys watching so much. I feel really great having completed this project, not just because of the organization, but also because this is something like we've never built huge shelves like this before. Like we've done really small shelves that hang onto the wall. Like we've done a few different things, but this is probably like the largest scale project that we've done from scratch by ourselves. So I'm just feeling very proud and accomplished. And if you are feeling like you want to build shelves, somewhere in your house to maximize your storage, just do it. Because if I can plan this out and do it with my husband's assistance, then you can totally do it too. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.